This was absolutely the best part in my life, I would say. Really, one of the best times of my life.
What is the true meaning of home? What do we have in common?
They gave him a list full of names. It was Australia, Canada, Germany, America, and little Norway in the end. And he was like, yes, I would like to pick Norway.
What does it feel like to be a newcomer in a Norwegian society?
One evening I was in Uganda, the next morning I was in Norway, all because of love.
Welcome back to Norwegian Newcomers. My name is Vedrana Tanovic, and in this season we are bringing you a bunch of new stories with a slightly new sound. We are very honored this time to be supported by Bergesenstiftelsen as well as our members on Patreon. I hope you will join me on my journey, discovering fragments from the lives of Norway's immigrant population, one guest at a time. I will now play you a couple of minutes from our first episode that we will release next week. As a little thank you, it is already available for our Patreons, who get access to all our episodes 1 week before everyone else.
When the war happened, it was a really shock for everyone. It is still shock today that how could it happen?
Hi, welcome to Norwegian Newcomers, the podcast where we hear fragments from the lives of Norway's immigrant population. My name is Vedrana Tanovic, and today's story starts in Yugoslavia, a country that no longer exists.
I think it's quite difficult to explain it to someone who was not there.
In today's episode, we will talk about being trapped in a town under siege, but also about finding new friends, learning new languages, and the 1984 Winter Olympics. But first, let's get to know our guest a little better. Lana, welcome to Norwegian Newcomers family.
Thank you very much for having me here. As you said, my name is Lana. I'm coming from Sarajevo. I was born in Sarajevo.
Now, it came to me, how old you were when the Sarajevo Winter Olympic Games were?
Yes,
do you remember?
Of course, I have. It is not just that I remember. I was a part of it because I was 18. I was dancing on the opening ceremony of the Winter Olympic Games on the football stadium. I was dancing in one dancing group. We were a few thousand. We were, of course, practicing for a whole year. And at the moment when we went out to the stadium, when you saw thousands of people sitting there, and the music, and we were dancing, really everyone who were dancing there, we were all crying, of course, crying of happiness. It was something that I will never forget, those Winter Olympic Games. So it was I'm really lucky that I could experience something like that. Living in such a city, in a bubble of happy people, that when the war happened, it was a really shock for everyone.
There you got a little preview of the episode that airs on September 14. If you can't wait to hear the rest, find us on patreon.com/Norwegian Newcomers and listen to the full episode there. You'll hear us again next week. Until then, ciao.